Happy New Year, guys, and hugs back. It is are we in night 8 of Hanukkah? I believe we might be. This might be our grand finale, and I also had like a little show and tell for you guys today. So it's New Year's Day. I was lazy and woke up late, went to lunch with my family, and then came home and I was like, you know what? I want to go for a walk. I don't want today to be complete waste. So the woods were calling me, and I went down to the track to walk around the old airport track. And there's this entrance to the woods, and something was like, come into the woods. There's something in the woods. And I swear, you guys, I'm a mushroom whisperer. They call me and they want me to eat them. And in mysticism and in Kabbalistic mysticism, it's thought that everything has sentience and consciousness, and people's souls can be reincarnated into different living kingdoms depending on what kind of sparks they need to elevate or work off in any given lifetime. And so certain foods you're drawn to, you're like meant to eat that food, and it elevates the soul. So these mushrooms wanted me to eat them. So they're calling me into the forest. And I like looked up, and I took a different path that I wasn't planning on taking, and I found these oysters growing. They're so fresh and lush and beautiful. I'm 99.9% sure, but I've done the identification checks, and they all check out, and there aren't any other species that look like oysters, but there are other varieties of oysters, but they're not poisonous. And so the only ones that look like oysters that are poisonous are in the southern hemisphere in different countries. So I'm okay either way. The worst that'll happen is they won't taste great. So I'm gonna cook these. It's my grandmother's cast iron skillet. I'm gonna saute these with a little sesame oil and soy and teriyaki and garlic clove. And I will do a little royal tasting and wait it out for about a half an hour to make sure they're not noxious. And then I'm gonna eat them because they're gonna be delicious. But the interesting thing is that this is Hanukkah, right? And so I felt that this was sort of like a Hanukkah gift from the forest, because during Rosh Hashanah, I went out for a walk and I found jelly-eared mushrooms. And so again, even that day, I was like, oh my God, this is like a gift from the forest to me for Rosh Hashanah. So I just think in a cosmic sense that nature is always proclaiming those universal cosmic truths, those spiritual laws of the universe. So, you know, these windows in time and these spiritual holidays, they're like echoing through the cosmos, and even the trees of the fields will clap their hands and proclaim the goodness of the Creator. And so I think this was the forest thanking me for honoring the traditions and keeping with ritual. So I love that. So I do have a mushroom oracle. I'm just not like super familiar with the cards. So I thought I would pull a card from this deck and I would read the booklet for you guys. I usually just use decks that I am super familiar with, but I mean, like, what am I gonna get fired from social media? Y'all are just gonna be like, you're a hack. All right, well, I felt like maybe this is it. What was that? My friend pointed out the other day that I drop the cards every day. He thought it was like a shtick. It's just Butterfingers. Snail, oh my God. So I saw this when I initially pulled the deck out to shuffle. So I love this message for us right now. Just like slow down for January. I mean, I feel like I'm going 100 miles an hour right now, but when I usually make these messages, I'm like in a hurry to get to work, or I'm racing against like the time limit for each platform. But I love the idea of, look at this. This was art. This is so today. It's like the trees have let go. Nature's letting go. It's getting cold out. We're slowing down. It says safety, home, attachment. And I've been craving that too. I've been craving like just being in like hermitude and slowing down and hunkering down for like a cold, dark, cozy winter, you know, quiet time, reflection, study, going deep into subjects, just establishing like healthy routines and security and stability, which is really like rolling off of the coattails of the Capricorn new moon. I could barely choke down my New Year's toast last night. I was like, ugh, the only wine I'm drinking this week is for like the Eucharist for Shabbat. But like I have I just want like healthy, slow, quiet month of January. Let's look up Snail. This is such a beautiful deck. The artwork is just gorgeous. The messages are gorgeous. Even the booklet is like color illustrated. I love it when they do that. Let's see. They have meanings for the mushrooms too. We could even look up mushroom to see what the oyster represents. Snail. Sorry, we were burning daylight here, I know. It's like the internet's just watching you scroll through the pages. Okay, snail, safety, home, and attachment. Home is something you carry with you, not something to seek and obtain. Follow the spiral, the path only you can find, leaving a glittering trail as you pass. Okay, what the F? Because the whole time I'm in the forest today, I'm thinking about how it's like a labyrinth, and how I love wandering this like forest labyrinth in my backyard. And then I was noticing how in my skillet, because I've had a couple of things around for like Christmas decorations in it, I was like, oh my God, my skillet has glitter in it. So glittering, my glittering skillet. I don't even have to rinse it out of the mushrooms. It is literally like leaving a glittering path. I love that. I'm gonna have to go back and read that again later. And then oyster. Let's look up oyster mushroom, see what that means. Oyster. Hold up the oyster. Feast. We're in the Feast of Hanukkah. Heroic. Hanukkah again. It's about the Maccabees overcoming the Greek army to maintain and protect their beliefs and their values in the Jewish faith. Multitasker. The oyster cleans up after human destruction, soaking up oil spills. Oil! Oh my God, oil spills! The Hanukkah lamps! Breaking down plastics and eating pollutions. What efforts help? What efforts enable? So yes, like look at your consciousness, are we contributing to revealing more light in the world, or are we adding to revealing more darkness and destruction? Are we seeking to cultivate unity? Or are we cultivating division? And that's all, coming from the seed level of our consciousness. So, part of the assignment for Hanukkah is to search out the darkness in us during our darkest times of our lives, during our darkest challenges, during the darkest time of the year, and reveal light there. Have healing and revelation and hope and the soothing balm of love and faith and certainty. All right, y'all, that's all for today. Ciao.